in sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Buckeyes will get us started with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll try the run. Running into the open space. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Oh, he's got a chance. Turning it on. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the 1st down. The Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. They are ready this time. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage. After that big run, the defense answers.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Oh, it goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I tell you, from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go to the other school, like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance to prove it, a chance for the Big 12, who's been kind of pillaged and pulled apart at times, sometimes by the Big 10. Let's go out and make a statement today.
The give to the back. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Racing down the left side. Running inside the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He'll pull it down. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Quickly out to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They know how dangerous this guy is after the catch, and boy, oh boy, they set their hair on fire and caused a wreck on that hit.
They sure did. You got to be careful, too, because they sold out on that hit, and if they missed, that tight end was going to be able to advance the football, but boy, oh boy, this defense playing physical.
And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
This is a team right now playing with tons of confidence because of how much their defense is dominating. Just look what they did the last time they took the field, and look what they're doing early in this game. They've got dudes flying around making plays. They are a tough unit.
And the Red Raiders will try to move the chains on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Trying to make magic with his feet. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you could tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the 1st down.
Snagged out of the air. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. So now it's 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the inside give. Past the 30. At the 20, he's got space. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the 1st quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Makes it past the marker. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
They're going to keep feeding this guy the football, guys. Over 100 yards rushing with that last carry now. We knew coming into this game today, they had to get the running game going. They had to be able to turn around, hand it off, and get positive yards and set themselves up into manageable third down situations. We've seen them at any area of the field so far in this one have success in the running game. They'll keep that up until this defense proves they can stop it.
You want to talk about building a drive around a guy, first on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball out of the backfield.
And the Buckeyes really need to keep this drive alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught, close to the marker, it's McFadden. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you,
ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. They couldn't do it on that last play.
Not enough space, and you race it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Give to the running back. And here's the tackle at the line of scrimmage, and that'll send us to the second quarter. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Looking to fire. Gets it out fast. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Safe completion on the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The offense trying to get the screen pass to the running back and get him out into space to do some damage, but the defense not having it. No gain on that play.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. Caught in the backfield. It's Stone. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. The Red Raiders send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Might be calling a hot route. Toss sweep to the right. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Ohio State. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, the big top 15 battle is underway, and it's been very interesting so far. Clemson is ahead early in Death Valley, but that's not exactly Trevor Lawrence out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Notre Dame. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Catch in the middle. It's Jamison. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Under fire. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. And how about this Buckeye defense? This is not all flash and score around here these days.
And when you've seen Ohio State really be great and make those playoff runs, you always pick out those big defensive linemen that can get their hands on the quarterback and get him on the ground like they did right here.
Oh, big fella almost had a pick right there. Instead, it falls incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustment.
Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at touchdown Buckeyes. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. To the air on 1st down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown Ohio State. And they turn it into a defensive score. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The give out of the gun. There he goes. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Spears. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
They'll go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Red Raiders want to crank the tempo. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Got room to work. Oh, a lot of space. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put them down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you could tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
And the misconnection on the first attempt. See if he gets a little looser.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
It's really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. They're in man coverage. How about the receiver understanding where the first down is? He smells it. He goes and gets it.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. To throw, it's Spears. Buys a little time. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. From the gun, wants to pass. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. 4th and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive? Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. He wants to throw it. The sweet feet buy a little time. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We are just about ready to start the second half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Off-play action. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to run it. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? himself.
And that is such a gut punch for this defense because you're trailing in the game. You're trying to get off the field. You think you got the quarterback in the backfield for a sack, and he's able to escape scramble and go pick up the first down. That is a killer. If you're
breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a...
Grabs it inside the 15. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. Blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
And he added the extra point. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They moved the football well in the last drive, but man, that 4th down and failing to convert there has to sting. It's picked off and another empty drive. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. Fires to the right. Got the big tight end on the corner route. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time for a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Back to throw, it's Spears. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
He's gonna come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Wants to throw on first down. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards.
And the wide receivers have to understand what part of the field they're on. I got to make sure I have enough space when I run those out routes, and when I break, I can catch the football and try to get upfield, get a few more yards. He runs out of space, but he got the catch and got some positive yards.
Here's the handoff. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders. That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. USC has just had no answers today. You should see what the Trojan greats are saying on social media right now. Reggie Bush, Matt Leinart, talk about not safe for work. They're trailing by 28 to LSU. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Let's go! On the ground, it's Burrell. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Brings up second down. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Hands it off. Picks up the first down. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Throws for the tight end. Working that left side. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
It's been really hard on this quarterback all game long. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give this defense so much credit because they've done a really nice job on the back end in coverage, but they've also been able to affect his rhythm with a solid pass rush. And you saw it right there getting the sack.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Buckeyes line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Make sure he doesn't get backed up any further. Signals for and makes the fair catch at the 10. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Looking for a man, it's Spears. Pulls it in, it's Stone. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Took care of it himself. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
Power football with the run.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the fourth quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
Motion from the wide receiver. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
Comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and
turning it on! Got the first down and still on his feet. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead, you want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed, that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
They've got the lead, but here in the fourth quarter, it's starting to dwindle. And if they're going to hang on to this game, they've got to be able to run it. It's a really tough thing to do when the opponent knows exactly what you're going to do, but this is what you train for. You've got to be the more physical unit right now.
Sends it downfield. Catch and stride inside the 15. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Under fire. Intercepted to stop the threat. He's at the 50. At the 30. He's at the 10. And he has has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Love to see the defense still fighting hard this late in the game. Great job jumping the route, catching it, takes it back for a touchdown. Not too much time to celebrate, though. You're still trailing in this game. Still got some work to do, but no doubt that play is going to give this defense a little bit more confidence.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They want that clock to run. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. The Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Oh, he's got some space. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. Looks as if they're going to get this W. Really good performance on the ground today, guys, against a team that was nipping at their heels in the top 25.
Yeah, and kind of like, all right, dude, well, you're going to go ahead and go back down a few spots. You weren't ready to be up here near us. Big, prove-it game throughout the season, right? It's building blocks, Palmer, right? We're starting the first quarter of the season. Nice win for this unit.
It's got to feel really good, David. You're right, to know what you can lean on. This is going to be a long, physical, grind season, and they know after today, they can run the football. They can trust this offensive line to get it done. Very